Even if Wesley Snipes asks you, come back, you'd say,
I would say sorry, no.
okay.
Rumors are swirling of Wesley Snipes returning as Blade, but Blade Trinity is triggering for some.
Worst experience of my professional career.
With many blaming Wesley Snipes for a horrible experience.
We were in Vancouver and Wesley Snipes was going crazy and he wouldn't come out of his trailer.
But some claim the actor was the victim.
Do you realize what was happening? They basically were trying to take Blade away from him.
While Snipes himself claims he wasn't the reason for the failure.
You had a director who had never directed a commercial before, directing a $50 million movie.
With his own personal problems ultimately leading to prison, destroying the Blade franchise.
Actor Wesley Snipes has received the maximum sentence.
In 1998, Wesley Snipes took the screen as vampire hunter Blade.
Better wake up. The world you live in is just a sugar-coated topping. There is another world beneath it, the real world.
Becoming one of the first black big screen superheroes.
What made you want to do it?
Because I'd never seen a black vampire that did karate before.
The film was a hit, grossing $131.2 million from a $71 million budget.
We got no mask, no cape, no tights, none of that. You know, straight up man.
The second followed suit, grossing $155 million on a $54 million budget.
Two things. One, I've been on to you since they turned you. Two, it's not a dud.
Naturally, Wesley Snipes became protective of the property and was annoyed that they got the writer, David Goyer, to direct.
You had a director who had never directed a commercial before, directing a $50 million movie.
Feeling he would destroy the momentum and vibe.
I had some concerns with that. I'm like, yo, you messing with the money, baby. I'm like, the money, baby, the money.
Good friend of Wesley Snipes, Michael Jai White, said this.
I remember coming to set to visit. It was a combination of frustrations.
With Patton Oswalt saying Snipes became difficult.
He would only answer to the name Blade. He would communicate with posts, and each one he would sign Blade.
And allegedly was unprofessional.
And you'd walk by his trailer and this wall of pot stench would just like, whoa, and like kind of push you to the side.
Director David Goyer says it impacts him to this day.
It was an incredibly fraught experience. It was very depressed afterwards.
But was it Wesley's fault? Well, Blade 3 destroyed the working formula of Blade by having three main characters.
You can't win this war alone.
Who the hell are you people?
Causing Wesley to feel they were trying to box him out.
This man is responsible for the success of that movie. They're trying to take the movie away from him and say, this is Blade.
On top of this, Wesley was having his own issues.
He was going through a lot of trouble at the time that all that tax stuff was happening as we started. There was this whole kerfuffle because the IRS had withheld like a bunch of his money.
See, Wesley Snipes' team hadn't been filing his taxes.
Why is your client going to jail?
We still have prayers out there, Larry. We still believe in miracles, so don't send me up the river just yet.
With it even being said that Wesley Snipes refused to act. Look at this scene and the eyes. Blade 3 had a budget of $65 million, but only made $132 million. Quite a decrease.
That frustration gave the excuse for them to blame him for the demise of the movie.
Then in 2008, Snipes was given 3 years in prison for owing the government $7 million tax dollars.
Wesley Snipes, on the way up, goes to jail and then has to find himself on the way out.
In April 2013, the actor got out feeling enlightened.
Some of the strongest swords in the Japanese arsenal are put under the greatest of fire. You can't get a diamond without putting that kimberlite under pressure.
Teasing his first return to Marvel in 2015.
There was a little buzz about maybe a Blade 4.
It's in Marvel's hands and they're controlling the pace and the flow with that. The conference have been good. They see the value in it. We see the value in it.
Now, with Deadpool and Wolverine round the corner and the new Blade in development hell, this seems ever more likely. I'm Markndrew, follow for more.